Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're diving into an explainer on something honestly super fascinating. We are going to look at a highly concise, roughly 100-word self-introduction written by a student named S. Hariharan. Now you might be wondering, why on earth are we analyzing a simple student intro? Well, because it absolutely nails how to communicate exactly who you are and, more importantly, how you handle life's unexpected curveballs, all in just a few short sentences. It's really a masterclass in brevity. So let's kick things off with the big question that really frames his entire profile. How do you introduce yourself when life completely changes your plans? Think about your own life for a second. We've literally all had those moments where we thought we were heading in one specific direction, only to wake up and find ourselves on a completely different path. When you meet someone new, do you kind of hide that old dream, pretend the new path was the plan all along? Hari Haran takes a totally different approach. He takes that life pivot and puts it right at the absolute center of his identity, and honestly, it makes him instantly memorable. All right, first things first, the baseline. Meet S. Hariharan. Right out of the gate, notice how efficiently he establishes his identity here. In just a handful of words, he completely grounds us in his academic and geographic reality. He's S. Hariharan, a first-year BSc biotechnology student at PSG College of Arts and Science. We immediately know he's from Coimbatore, and he communicates in both Tamil and English. Boom. It's incredibly effective because it immediately checks all the boxes of a standard professional introduction. It just clears away all those basic questions right away so we can get to the really interesting stuff, his true passions. And that brings us right to the academic pivot. Okay, this right here is a brilliant illustration of his duality. On one side, you've got the dream. His lifelong ambition was to become a professional cricket player. But then, on the other side, we have the reality. Life guided him toward the rigorous, highly technical science of biotechnology instead. The biggest takeaway here is his sheer honesty. A lot of people might feel pretty awkward bringing up a sports dream in an academic science intro, right? They might think it makes them sound unfocused. But Hariharan, he actually uses it to his advantage. He acknowledges the pivot completely openly, and it just makes him profoundly relatable and human. So the crucial point is how exactly he bridges that gap between cricket and biotechnology. He doesn't just sigh, give up, and abandon his passions. No way. He explicitly tells us he brings a confident mindset and a passion for learning to this brand new path. He is, in his own exact words, determined to excel in science, all while keeping sports actively alive in his life. And this matters so much because it frames his transition not as some failure to become an athlete, but as a true expansion of his identity. He's literally taking the drive and discipline of an athlete and applying it directly to his biotech studies. Which perfectly leads us into our next section, the athletic leader. Notice how these steps just perfectly stack up to tell a story of their own? It starts with step 1, his daily habits, playing cricket and watching sports channels every single day. That isn't just passive interest, That's active, daily dedication. And that dedication fuels step 2, his leadership style. He tells us he really enjoys taking on responsibility and motivating his team. But how do we know this isn't just empty talk? Well, that brings us to step 3, the tangible achievement, becoming district runners-up in throwball. He actually proves that his athletic mindset generates real, verifiable success. He isn't just a sports fan. The guy's a proven competitor and a leader. And finally, he synthesizes all of this into the winning mindset. Just listen to this. Win or lose, just accept it, learn from it, and never give up. This quote takes center stage because it is the absolute philosophical core of his entire profile. It brilliantly shows exactly how he processes both athletic defeats on the court and massive, unexpected life changes, like shifting from a cricket dream to a full-on biotechnology degree. It's just such a powerful statement of resilience. By ending his introduction this way, Hariharan leaves this lasting impression of real maturity and relentless determination. He's essentially telling the world that no matter the outcome, he's the kind of person who learns from it and just keeps moving forward. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a final thought based on Hariharan's powerful story. Think about your own journey. When life inevitably forces you to change direction, when your dream suddenly shifts to a brand new reality, how will you define yourself moving forward? What is your pivot, and what motto will guide you through it? Thank you so much for exploring this brilliant framework with me today. I highly challenge you to take a look at your own self-introduction and see if you can make it just as impactful.